The journey to the end of the world is not a simple one. It's a test of patience, endurance, and curiosity, a voyage that takes you far from the familiar, into a realm where nature reigns and civilization feels like a distant memory. The anticipation builds with every mile as the landscape grows wilder and the air colder, hinting at the remoteness that lies ahead. My own journey began on a small propeller plane, flying over jagged peaks in the deep blue Beagle Channel. The mountains below looked untouched, their snowy summits piercing the clouds, while the channel shimmered in the morning light. From above, the world seemed vast and unspoiled, a reminder of how far south I had come, almost to the very edge of the map. As we descended, Puerto Williams appeared, a cluster of colorful rooftops between dense forest and stony shore. The village seemed to emerge from the wilderness itself, a small patch of humanity surrounded by endless green and gray. It felt both inviting and isolated, a place where every arrival is an event. This is the southernmost city in the world, more a resilient village than a bustling metropolis. Life here is shaped by the elements, wind, rain, and the ever-present chill. The streets are quiet, the pace unhurried, and the sense of community strong. It's a place where people know each other, and every face is familiar. The air is crisp, carrying the scent of sea, earth, and distant snow. Each breath feels fresh and invigorating, tinged with the wildness of Patagonia. The mist rolls in from the water, blurring the line between land and sea, and the sound of waves is a constant companion. Here, the maps and roads all end. It's a true frontier. Beyond the last signpost, there's only wilderness, untamed, raw, and beautiful. It's a place that invites exploration, but also demands respect. The sense of being at the edge of the world is palpable, and it's both humbling and exhilarating. The silence is filled with wind, seabirds, and waves. Nature's soundtrack is ever present, reminding you that here the environment is always in motion. The wind shapes the land and the people, and the cries of seabirds echo across the water, adding to the sense of wildness. Wooden houses on stilts, painted bright against the gray, stand as symbols of endurance. Their colors defy the often overcast sky, and their sturdy construction speaks to the challenges of living here. Each home tells a story of adaptation and resilience, of families who have chosen to make this remote place their own. There's a quiet determination in the people, and the place itself. Faces are weathered by wind and time, but eyes are bright with purpose. The community is close-knit, bound together by shared experience, and the knowledge that life here is never easy, but always rewarding for those who embrace it. Puerto Williams is not just a place to live, it's a place to adapt and find peace at the bottom of the globe. Here, at the edge of the world, you discover a new rhythm of life, shaped by nature's extremes and the warmth of a small, enduring community. It's a place that stays with you, long after you've left its windswept shores. The landscape around Puerto Williams is a masterpiece of raw beauty. The Dientes de Navarino Mountains rise behind the village, their jagged peaks dusted with snow. The forests below are dense, twisted by relentless winds and carpeted with moss and lichens. Walking here feels like stepping into another time. The Beagle Channel, a deep indigo artery, connects this place to history, once navigated by Darwin and the Yagan people. Today, ships and boats still traverse its waters, linking Puerto Williams to the wider world. The light is unique, long summer days, endless sunsets, and in winter, a sky ablaze with stars. The Milky Way and Southern Cross shine bright, guiding those at the edge of the earth. Here, nature's contrasts are both gentle and dramatic, always unforgettable. Life in Puerto Williams moves at the pace of nature. Mornings begin with the cry of birds and the hum of fishing boats. People walk everywhere, sharing quiet greetings on gravel streets. The community is sustained by the land and sea. Navy personnel, scientists, and fishermen all play vital roles. Children walk to school, play in wild woods, and grow up resilient. The weekly supply ferry is a lifeline, bringing goods and news from the mainland. Winter brings snow and silence, drawing life indoors around wood stoves. Community gatherings and shared stories become essential. The people here don't just survive the long winter, they find joy and connection within it. Resilience and resourcefulness define daily life at the world's end. Down by the docks, I met Mateo, a fisherman whose life is etched by the elements. His hands, rough and calloused, tell stories of decades spent braving the southern seas, casting nets before dawn and returning with the tide. The wind and salt have shaped not just his face but his spirit, a quiet resilience that comes from living at the edge of the world. Mateo came for adventure decades ago and never left. The land, it holds you, he said, his eyes scanning the horizon. He spoke of storms that test your courage, and mornings so still you can hear the wings of seabirds overhead. For him, every day is a new chapter in a lifelong story of survival and wonder. Sophia, a scientist, spends her days among the ancient forests studying the mosses that blanket the ground. She finds life and discovery in every detail, marveling at the tiny worlds hidden beneath our feet. Her research is a testament to the richness of this land, where even the smallest plants tell stories of adaptation and endurance. People think this is an empty place, she told me, but it's full of life if you look closer. Sophia's passion is contagious. She believes that every patch of moss, every fern, is a reminder that nature thrives even in the harshest conditions. Her work connects her to the land in a way that feels both scientific and deeply personal. In a warm home filled with laughter, Elena, a teacher, shared how her children's playground is the forest and the rocky shore. She teaches them resilience and independence, letting them roam free among the trees and tide pools. For Elena, the wild landscape is both a classroom and a sanctuary, shaping the next generation to be strong and curious. The community's strength, she said, makes up for the isolation. Neighbors become family, and every shared meal or celebration is a reminder that no one is truly alone here. The bonds formed in this remote place are deep and enduring, built on trust and shared experience. I met a guest house owner from Europe who found peace here after a lifetime of searching. He described arriving as a traveler and staying as a settler, drawn by the tranquility and the sense of belonging he never found elsewhere. His guest house is now a haven for others seeking the same quiet refuge. "This is the last quiet place," he said. "Here, you can finally hear yourself think." In the hush of early morning, with only the sound of wind and water, he found a peace that eluded him in the busy world he left behind. Each story echoed a common theme: people seeking refuge from chaos, finding belonging in this remote corner. Whether drawn by adventure, science, family, or the promise of peace, they all found something here that changed them. The settlers of Porta Williams are united by a love for the land and a desire for a quieter, more meaningful life. Together, they face the challenges of isolation and weather, forging a community that is as resilient as the landscape itself. Their stories are woven into the fabric of the village, each face, each home, a thread in a tapestry of endurance and hope. The rhythms of daily life here are shaped by the land and the sea and by the dreams of those who call this place home. In this place, the frontier is not just physical, it's personal. Every step across the land is a journey inward, a chance to discover what you're truly made of. Here, people discover what truly matters: connection, resilience, and the quiet beauty of a life lived close to nature. Long before Europeans arrived, the Yagan people called this land home. They traveled the channels in bark canoes, living in harmony with the harsh environment. Their legacy endures. Descendants still live in Porta Williams, preserving language and traditions. I met Cristina Calderon, the last native Yagan speaker. Her family works to keep their heritage alive. The Martin Gusinde Museum tells their story through artifacts and photographs. Walking its halls, you sense their ingenuity and resilience. Along the coast, ancient shell middens mark their camps, sacred links to a deep past. The spirit of the Yagan lives on in the land and people. Their story is a reminder. We are recent visitors to this ancient place. The echoes of the first people shape the soul of Porta Williams. The wild beauty here comes with a sharp edge. Nature is the true ruler. This land, with its rugged mountains and untamed coastline, is a testament to the raw power of the natural world. Every element here, from the wind to the sea, commands respect and awe. Weather changes in an instant. Locals say, if you don't like it, wait 5 minutes. This unpredictability is a constant reminder of nature's dominance. One moment, the sun might be shining, and the next, a fierce storm could be rolling in. The willy-waw winds sweep down from the mountains, bending trees and rattling houses. These powerful gusts can appear out of nowhere, a force that shapes the landscape and the lives of those who dwell here. The sea is both provider and danger. Its icy waters and strong currents demand respect. Fishermen venture out knowing the risks but also the rewards that the ocean can bring. Fishermen read the signs of the sea, knowing when to venture out and when to stay ashore. Their lives depend on this intimate knowledge passed down through generations. Living here means constant negotiation with the elements. Layers, waterproofs, and humility are essential. Every day is a battle against the elements, requiring preparation and respect for the environment. The environment strips away arrogance, replacing it with awareness of your place in the world. Here you learn to live in harmony with nature, understanding that you are just a small part of a much larger system. Survival depends on adapting, not conquering. The people here have learned to work with the land and sea, not against them, finding ways to thrive in this challenging environment. The power of nature is always present, shaping every aspect of life. From the food they eat to the clothes they wear, everything is influenced by the natural world around them. In Puerto Williams, you quickly learn you are not in control. The vast, untamed wilderness serves as a constant reminder of the limits of human power. This relationship with the land is both humbling and profound. It teaches resilience, respect, and a deep appreciation for the beauty and power of the natural world. Isolation defines Puerto Williams, but it forges a strong, self-reliant community. When storms hit or supplies run low, neighbors pull together without hesitation. Shared challenges create a unique social fabric. Everyone is a resident first, regardless of background. Community events and gatherings reinforce these bonds. Resourcefulness is a way of life. People repair, reuse, and grow what they can. There's pride in thriving here, knowing you can rely on your skills and your neighbors. The outside world is cherished. Mail, calls, and visitors are celebrated. Tourists are welcomed as links to distant places and new stories. Puerto Williams feels both self-contained and surprisingly connected. In this remote place, community is the greatest strength. The food of Puerto Williams reflects its environment, hearty, simple, and satisfying. Southern king crab, or centola, is the star, sweet, fresh, and best enjoyed with a view of the channel. Mussels and local fish are staples, often cooked over open fires or baked with local vegetables. Hearty stews and fresh bread bring warmth during long winters. Baking is a cherished tradition, filling homes with comfort and sweetness. Sharing tea, coffee, and homemade cake is a ritual of hospitality. The wild chara berry, foraged from the forest, is a unique local flavor, sweet, floral, and deeply tied to the land. Meals here connect people to place and to each other. Every bite is a taste of the wild, beautiful South. My time in Puerto Williams ended, but the place remains with me. It's more than a destination, it's a state of being that challenges and inspires. The landscapes humble you, the people's resilience teaches you strength. The silence lets you hear the world, and yourself, more clearly. Imagine waking to snow-dusted peaks, walking ancient forests, and sharing meals as storms rage outside. This is not a journey for luxury seekers, but for those craving connection and wonder. To visit is to step off the edge of the known world and find something profound. You will not leave unchanged. The experience lingers, a quiet reminder of the world's wild beauty. If you feel the call of the frontier, let the road end, and the adventure begin. Stand on the edge of the world and discover the peace and spirit of Puerto Williams.